Go blonde, Lola. That's right, because her wigs have been worn by A-listers like supermodel Iman, Star Jones, and Wendy Williams, and her trend-setting style have won her many slew of awards, including an Emmy.
Woo! Award-winning. Well, here to break down the world of fabulous tresses and hot new hair looks for spring is the ever-fabulous Miss Hadiiya Barbel. Welcome to the show, Miss Hadiiya, and thank you for bringing all this fabulous hair.
My girls.
Right,
These are your girls.
My girls.
Now, before we proceed, I know you do not like the word wig. You prefer to call your creations something else. Tell us.
We call them crowns because a wig is out of a box, out of a bag. A crown is couture.
I like that.
I like that.
It's like an accessory you can't leave home without,
Absolutely.
right?
It's also custom made.
Custom made, custom designed for the person, and we are all queens, and the queen must wear her crown.
Ooh.
I like that.
All right. Well, well, Shannon wants to know how you got into the crown business. I know the story, but tell him, how'd you get into this business?
The crown world? Well, you know, I actually been styling and creating hair for a very long time on set and for photo shoots and magazines and everyday people. And I wanted to actually mass produce my look, my styles. So I figured that, you know, there has to be another way other than just hair extensions that you have to take out. And, you know, having hair that you can take out of your, not box, but you can take out of your suitcase when you're on a fabulous trip and just put it on and be instantly pulled together. It was the way to go. It was the new way to go.
Now, since these are high-end custom, you know, hair accessories, where do you keep them when you're not wearing them? It's not in the box, it's not in the bag, but do you have like a statue like this you keep them
Yes. Oh, I love that. You said a statue. You know what I call it? The throne.
The throne, of course. The throne for the crown.
Absolutely. But when women travel, they keep them in like satin bags, the same way you would do with your designer shoes.
Okay, well, how did you get so popular for this type of field? Because, I mean, you had to have a big break somewhere. Can you tell us about it?
Well, yes. My work was featured on Wendy Williams. I was hired to create her look for TV.
Oh, okay.
And people were just fascinated that I was changing her look every month to something different. And she was really open to the change.
She was really open
she was
to the
really
change.
open to different looks, and it just it gained a lot of popularity that way.
And she's been very forthcoming about the fact that she loves wigs. And one of the reasons that people love wigs is kind of what you mentioned before. It's for the ease, right?
Yes.
Because when you're putting in extensions or a weave, it can take anywhere from 5-6 hours.
Yes.
Throwing on a
absolutely.
wig takes about 5 minutes.
It's 5 seconds.
Primp and curl, and you're ready to go.
I mean, you have your day look, you have your night look, you have your gym look, you have your beach look, you have your bedroom look.
Ooh!
All right.
Wait, can you wear a wig in the bedroom?
Yes, you just get some clips on there, snap, snap, and there you go.
What if things get a little hectic?
Well, you know, snap, snap, and there you go.
Oh, wow. I
mean,
keeps
you
it
know,
tight, keeps it right.
I mean, let's
snap,
think about
and
it.
there you go.
Wouldn't your husband want to see you in a different look every night?
Yeah, it's better than him cheating on you. He's got a different girl every night.
I have a feeling
The blonde, the brunette.
I have a feeling Shannon's going to be taking home some of these wigs tonight.
Oh,
But really
goodness.
quickly, I think the other thing that's important for you to talk about is just how diverse your clientele is. I mean, you work
Absolutely.
with Kim Zolciak from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, who
Yes.
happens to be a white blonde. You also work with some Orthodox Jews
Yes, I do.
because they have to cover their hair as well. And you've also worked with women who suffer from cancer. Talk to us about the diversity of your clientele.
Yes, I work with every woman, from Asian women, Indian women, Caucasian women, black women. You know, a lot of women are suffering from alopecia these days. A lot of women. I guess it's the stress of today's world. And they're coming to me to have their self-esteem restored again. And, you know, it's so important for them to have their look right. Now, they're not coming for style. It's a difference now. This particular client, she's coming to just feel good again. So I call that the healing arts. So if you can make her hair feel good, it's like the healing starts again, you know, because sometimes she just kind of gives up about herself.
Yeah.
So that's that particular clientele. And then the woman, the Jewish women, they wear it for spiritual reasons.
Right.
Yeah, so they have to cover their heads for the protection of their families. But a lot of them come to me because they still want to look amazing. So.
And that's the one thing. You make these people, these women, look amazing in these crowns. But many people may not know that you're actually blind in one eye.
Oh!
I'm sorry to put it out there, but I just think it's an amazing feat that you were able to still get these beautiful, elaborate, you know, crowns made. Do you think it's actually beneficial to you that you're blind in one eye because you can focus more on?
Yes, I'm legally blind in my right eye, and I was born that way. And I believe that that kind of enhance other senses. So I work, a lot of my work is feeling. So I'm able to feel like more of the energy of how I'm working, and it allowed me to really connect to it. And so it's not just doing hair and not just putting hair on someone's head. You know, it's putting all of my energy into it. So yeah, it's interesting how I'm able to create still, and I think it's a real blessing, and I take pride in that.
Now I've seen you actually cut wigs on yourself.
Yes.
So not only are you legally blind in one eye, but you can cut the back of your hair, the front of your hair.
Yeah.
How did you perfect this craft?
Just by feeling, you know, because when I was younger, I didn't see so much. So I would just feel the back, you know, feel the front, and then I would look in the mirror afterwards, like, okay, yeah, that's right.
Wow.
You know? And it's so funny that a lot of people don't know this, but all of Wendy Williams' looks, I cut on my own head.
Wow,
Really?
so you were the mannequin first,
Really,
the model for her.
I know, I'm not sure if that wants to be known, but yes, that I cut every single one, because she never liked sitting still in a chair. So I would just put them on my head, and then I would cut all of her looks on my head, and then put them on her. Wow. And they would all be styled on the mannequins and on my head, and then it would literally be placed on her.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you actually pick out a wig for someone like Wendy Williams? You know, is it their face structure? Is there certain things that you have to look at and base that on which style works best for them?
Absolutely. It's their personality, their occupation, their structure. I like to bring out the best features in the person. So that's usually, and some people, you know, may think, well, maybe she should wear less hair. But if that's not the personality of the person, it won't work.
So you should try to get something that looks convincing, not that it looks like it's so drastically different it's not your personality.
Yeah, it has to be, you have to, you know, the crown calls you.
The crown calls you.
I like that. It's like a Harry Potter, the hat picture.
No, it totally, I promise you that. There's some times when I see women try these crowns on and they cannot come out of it. And they're trying to inch their way out the door, and they keep coming back. Let me try it on one more time. And it just calls them. Yeah, absolutely. The crown calls you.
Now, you know, weaves and extensions are ubiquitous. Everybody uses those.
Absolutely.
But there's still a stigma attached to wigs. Why is that?
Well, because there's a lot of bad wigs, you know, and also it's just funny. Let's think about it. You know, think about, like, you know, being in a car and the hair blowing off and hitting someone else's windshield.
Better get those clips like we talked about. Get the clips.
I mean, just think about that. It's funny. And when you think about, like, a fish hook taking it away, the grandmother's wig, like, it's always been, like, a lot of comedy about this. And so it is, or someone's hair falling off somewhere, or they're shaking shaking it in the club and it's on the floor. So, you know, things like that, absolutely.
So it's always been perceived as comedic, but now as more and more celebrities come out of the wig closet,
The wig closet.
The wig closet.
that.
You like that, Shannon?
I like that.
Do you think that people are going to embrace the idea of being more open to the crowns, we'll call them?
The crown. Yes, they are, and it's happening every day. Like, everyone is doing it now. It's all over YouTube. It's the big thing. It's the big thing, and a lot of women are actually sewing them on their heads now. That's the new thing I see.
So that's a whole nother level.
It's a whole
Sewing
like
things on, and it goes beyond
so
clips.
it's like the bridge, it's like the cousin in between, in between the extensions, the weaves, and like a full-blown crown.
Yes.
It's the cousin. Okay, well, you know, I'll sew it on. Because they still have that fear about it falling off somehow.
Okay, I got you.
But see, they want the benefits of not sitting there for all of those hours.
All right.
And then the benefits of the cost. See, if you have it sewn on, you can take it off and wash it and sew it back on. But with extensions, you can do the same thing, but it's never quite right.
Gotcha.
It's never quite exactly the same.
Well, for now, let's just stick with the crowns because you brought a few of your signature pieces with you today. Can you actually lead us through some of these styles?
And on average, how much does one of your crowns cost?
Well, you know.
On average.
She said, well, you know.
If you don't have the friends and family discount like I do. Hint, hint.
Yeah, right.
No, but yes, on average, how much
I mean,
does...
it's different tiers. So we have 500 to 900.
Okay.
We have 1,200 to 22. And then we have, you know, 25 to 5,000.
Whoa.
So it depends on where you fit in. And that all depends on the density, the amount of hair, the quality, the texture.
So describe some of these and what characteristics do some of these hold?
Okay, so This is the butterfly, and she is so fabulous. Everyone loves her.
Lola, you could rock that.
I think I could.
You can throw that on.
Okay, not right now because my hair is done. But after the show, I'm going home with the butterfly.
Butterfly.
The butterfly.
Okay.
You know, I call it the butterfly.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's kind of similar to what I'm wearing.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
but
very nice.
this is not the. This is maybe about the $2,200 version.
Okay.
And she's a Brazilian woman.
Now the next to that looks a little bit
She's a
more
Brazilian
sexy.
woman. Okay.
I like that.
Brazilian woman is $2,200.
Yes. This is
okay.
like this is a good amount of hair in here and. All virgin hair. You can part it many different ways. It has root realness. You see that?
Yes.
And you just clip this right in. You know, you just clip it in, and then you just put it right on.
Now I heard a lot about lace fronts. Are these included? Like, do these have lace fronts?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get the lingo right.
It's kind of like a mixture of a lace front where you don't have to use adhesive.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's you can just put combs on these and clip them right on.
Now, before we go, Hadiiya, I want to talk about your new salon that you're opening up.
Oh,
That
no, it's not a salon, darling.
What is it?
I used to be a hairstylist. Now I'm the CEO and visionary of Hadiiya Barbel Collections.
Ooh.
It's a boutique.
It's a boutique.
Boutique in the West Village.
I didn't. Okay. Thank you
It's a boutique, darling.
Oh,
You
so
know,
we can come
because
there and
it's a-
shop for all the crowns.
Absolutely, it's a retail design center. So it's two reasons why you're coming. You're coming to purchase or you're coming to have a session.
A consultation. A Hadiiya Barbel one-on-one.
Either with me or my staff.
Okay.
And how long does it usually take to get your custom crown made?
A custom crown, I would say, is anywhere between 2 and 6 weeks. A custom one. But a lot of times we have in stock where you can have customized. And that's like you can do that the same day.
And soon your men's crown line will be coming out?
Oh, no, I have many men wear my line right now, darling.
All right. On that note.
Well, Hadiiya Barbel, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for bringing all your glorious crowns.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we can't wait
Thank
to
you
check
for
out your
having
new
me.
boutique.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.